Movement is a welcoming community
that encourages young adults
to move forward
and be empowered in their God-given purpose.
I remember Stephen Furtick once said, before you seize it, you need to see it. And I can remember 5 years ago, I was in university at Manchester Met, and I was walking down Deansgate and I could see loads of people lining up for a club. And I remember thinking, imagine if we could do a service, a church service for young adults in a club.
So we looked all around Manchester this year looking for clubs and we couldn't find a venue.
Now fast forward about a month and a half ago, and we finally got this club called The Live Room, and we were so excited. We've been telling people this is a service, we're launching this launch party.
So after a while we thought, yeah, this is perfect, it's going to plan.
It was the night of the Super Bowl, and my team, the New England Patriots, were playing. And during the game they were down by 25 points. But slowly they kept coming back, and we finally won the game. And that night I was driving home, and I remember thinking in my head, God was speaking to me and he said, Jesse, what would you have done differently if you had known the Patriots would have won that game? If I had known that they were gonna win, I probably wouldn't have freaked out as much. And God said to me, well, that's like faith. There's gonna be times where you feel like you're losing and there's no hope, but I want you to remember, because you have victory, keep holding on to that. Keep walking even though you don't know what's gonna happen, because eventually you're gonna see victory.
I remember Jesse calling us up and he was telling us that we'd actually lost the club that we had planned to have our launch party at, and that we'd have to go down and go see if we can see what's happened there.
So when we got there, it was locked, there was no one in sight. I was banging the gates trying to get in.
And I can remember Dom, he was banging on the doors of the club trying to see if it was opening. And at that point, it looked really, really bad.
And we just thought it was a defeat. The club had gone and we'd lost all hope.
And I remember when we were walking away from that place and we were saying, oh, I can't believe we've lost the room where we were going to have our launch party. And I remember Jesse saying, I believe this is going to be our greatest comeback.
But I remember Jesse, he was really inspired by the Patriots win in the Super Bowl, and he said, look, it may look like it's bleak, it may be an obstacle, but this is an opportunity for us to be used like never before.
And so I said to him, okay, email different clubs.
Eventually someone actually got back in touch with me and said, hey, you know, if you want my club on a Thursday night, you can have it. And this place was perfect. It was on Oxford Road in the centre of Manchester, where all the students go. It was the perfect price as well. He said he could have it for free.
And we really felt this was a sign from God, you know, because God had already spoke to us that he really wanted to see young people lining up and coming to a service in a club.
And I was just so excited because we're finally getting this club. We're finally seeing something come into fruition.
We're just so encouraged by the fact that when there's a setback, it's not a negative, it's just an obstacle for God to just propel us and empower us to do something that we could never ask or even imagine.
If we have faith, faith is not validated by our result, but faith is having the obedience to keep walking even when God says to keep walking. So it's just encouragement. This is what movement's about. Our slogan is saying movement is moving forward in faith.
We are family.
We are united.
We are called. We are making a difference.
We are movement.
Movement is a,
Forward in their God-given purpose.
In their God-given purpose.
Movement is a welcoming community that encourages young adults to move forward and be empowered in their God-given purpose.